Hey guys, John here from Incomesh.com, and in today's video we're going to walk through the one-page funnel idea, and we're going to build one out together using Cartflows and Thrive Architect. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll also show you how you can get a copy of what we build today 100% for free, so be sure to stick around till the end. Now, if you've been wondering where's John been for a while, we actually moved to a new city. The kids all came home from school. We moved to a beautiful, beautiful place where we've got cobblestone streets outside, a library next door, and a park next door as well. So the family's been very busy, very happy. It's a new home, so we're doing a lot of installations and building furniture and all this. So I've been away from the computer for a while. I'm super excited to dive back in with this tutorial. I've been wanting to do this, and finally a YouTuber left a comment on my channel asking for a one-page template setup. And so let's go ahead and dive right in. So the first thing you might be wondering is, what is a one-page funnel? A one-page funnel seems like an oxymoron because people popularize the idea of funnels as being these long, elaborate processes to converting somebody into a buyer. But let's just take a step back for a second and think about what is a funnel and what is the goal of the funnel. Well, the funnel is essentially a map of the customer journey, how somebody comes to find out about you, learn your brand, what you do, what products you offer, and to make that determination of if it's right for them to purchase. Do you need to have a landing page, an opt-in page, 14,000 emails, and 37 upsells to do that? No, not necessarily. So the one-page funnel is kind of like the simplest way of creating a sales funnel. And so what this does, it has a few components, and this is not my original concept. I'll just go ahead and say that right now. Brian Moran is the founder of Samcart, and Samcart is all about the one-page funnel. It's kind of like their claim to fame. So the question came up, hey, I like Samcart. I like the idea of the one-page funnel, but I don't have the budget for Samcart. It's a little pricey. Let's go ahead and check out real quick here Samcart's pricing. It's definitely a premium tool. The minimum is $100 per month to run their templates and checkouts and all that good stuff. And then for premium, to be able to have an affiliate program, which is like, come on, you have to have an affiliate program. It bumps you up to $200 a month. And now this is compared to what we're going to accomplish today, which is using Cartflows. And if you go to incomesh.com/cartflows, which is my affiliate link, you'll be able to get a much better deal on your shopping cart system with Cartflows here. And the pricing for Cartflows, if we go down here to the pricing area, it's one simple price. It's $299 for the entire year. That's like 2 months of the premium version of Samcart. So they're different products. I'll just go ahead and say that. But we're going to use Cartflows because the one-page funnel is just a funnel. And you can build that in any tool that you're creative enough to do. But let's go ahead and break down and kind of distill very simply what the one-page funnel is all about and what the components are of it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move myself over to the side here just a little bit. And I'm going to pull up my marker. And I'm just going to draw out a long web page. It doesn't actually have to be very long, but this is going to be what we're working with here. And the idea is you can bring cold traffic here from search engines, from Google AdWords. You can bring traffic in from any source, Facebook ads, and they can hit this page. And this is going to be the entire sales process for your funnel. And it's made up of, I think, about 5 different sections, 5 different main buckets of content. So number one up here is going to be your headline. And you're going to want to make a very bold headline that's going to make a big promise that you will be able to deliver upon throughout the course of this page. So the headline is the most important piece. It's the first thing that people are going to see. And if you don't grip them with the headline, you're going to lose them and not even have a chance to get to selling to them. All right, so number 2, just beneath the headline, we're going to have a big, bold video. And this is going to be a sales video, or what they call commonly a video sales letter. And the purpose of this is that video is the quickest way right now, live video being the only thing better than regular video, at being able to build a relationship with people and communicate with more than just words on a page, but with also body language and additional imagery, and just it's a very engaging medium. So using video to sell in general, obviously every market's a little bit different, but video gives you some good advantages of being able to communicate not only the facts and the figures, but also the emotion and the feeling behind the product that you're offering them. So underneath the headline, we're going to have a big video sales letter. And directly under the video sales letter, we're going to combat the most natural inclination for anybody watching your video. And if people come through and they read this bold headline, they watch this amazingly polished video sales letter, they're going to be like, okay, I'm skeptical. This sounds too good to be true. Is it actually true? And the best way to combat people's skepticism like that is using social proof in the form of testimonials. So here we're going to use, we'll put a couple of testimonials here. This is going to be a little person, and it's going to have this worked for me. It's going to show kind of the actual testimonial that happened there. Put another one next here. And I hope you like my drawing. This drawing will not be for sale ever. And this will be another testimonial. And we might go up to 3 testimonials, but I want to give myself some space here. You get the idea. Testimonials and also the social proof icon. You've seen those where it says like, hey, so-and-so just bought this tool from, Coral Springs, Florida, or bought it from New York. Those get proof apps and those things like that, they're all building on the same psychological trigger of social proof as being an indicator of a true value, a true product. But for now, since Cartflows doesn't have that built in, and some of those tools, some people like them, some people don't, we're going to use good old-fashioned testimonials here right beneath the sales letter. Okay, so you can see we're getting close to the bottom of the page here. So we only have 2 more pieces of the pie left to put into this funnel. And number 4 is going to be the product's guarantee. So we're going to draw like a little bit of a ribbon here. You want to make sure that you can absolutely take away any fear that the customer might have of making the purchase. Looks kind of like a spiky-haired kid, but you're going to have the product guarantee. And what I like to do, there's the standard one, which is a 30-day, no questions, money-back guarantee. That one works, really well. You could also do something even further, totally up to you, where if you can go above and beyond, and it's called like a double risk reversal, where you can give them their money back and maybe even do something else. Give them something else for free, or give them their money back plus $10 or whatever. Anything that you can do to show that you have total confidence in your product makes them feel like, okay, let me give this thing a shot because he's really standing behind it from what he's telling me right now. So number 4 is going to be that product guarantee. And finally, number 5 is going to be the actual call to action. And so this is going to be where, I'll call it CTA, call to action, but it's going to be where you ask for money. And you're going to probably get their information and maybe something else here on the side. But this is going to be where you finally get the buy button, which I will not be able to write so small with my mouse. Okay, so this is kind of the roadmap. This is what we're going after here. As you can see, there's nothing too crazy here. You don't need any special software to do this. You just need to have the ability to get that checkout in a nice looking format and follow this guideline here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this guy, which I'm very proud of this drawing. I think it's very well done. We'll erase it. And then let me show you kind of the structure of what we're going to do with the rest of the funnel, because it is a 1-page funnel, but it can go further than that. So what we're going to do is, let's pretend we're starting off with a Facebook ad. That's a very common traffic source here. And then the order page here is going to be our 1-page funnel. So we're going to just kind of rename this 1-page funnel. This is going to be where we walk through everything I just drew out in the diagram. And then beyond this, we're going to go ahead and give an opportunity for an upsell. And we'll walk through what that structure looks like when we get there. And then a simple thank you page. We could go even crazier and things like that, but this is good enough for now. And I'll make all this available at the end of the video. Okay? So that's what we're doing. I hope you guys are excited. I'm going to go ahead and dive right into my WordPress installation and get started here. So here we are. This is one of my testing websites here. I'm using the Thrive product suite, but this could be used with any page builder that you would like. What I've already done is I've already installed WooCommerce, and I've already installed the pro version of Cartflows. Now you can accomplish this with the free version of Cartflows, but to get the upsells and to do all the customization that I'll do in this video, you definitely will want that pro version. Again, you go through my affiliate link, inkamesh.com/Cartflows, and I'll make all this available for you as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and inside WooCommerce, let's go to our products. And if you're following along, you're going to want to make a product for the actual thing that you're selling with this funnel. I'm just calling mine a 1-page funnel product. As you can see, I haven't done any customization to it. It is purely a 27 pounds. This is a British sterling setup here. A $27 product and no customization done at all. We don't need to with Cartflows. because we're going to do all that customization within the sales funnel itself. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go into Cartflows. And let me just delete this one so we start fresh. And one of the downsides so far with Cartflows is that if you're using Thrive Architect, it's a bit more work. It's a bit more legwork to get the templates installed and brought in. If you're using Elementor, they have all the templates right here in a little wizard, but that's not going to stop us at all. What I'm going to do is use a blank flow for now. So I'll click Add New, and I'll make a new flow. And I've already pre-configured Cartflows to know that I'm using Thrive Architect as my primary builder, so it's not even giving me the options for those templates. All right, so here we go. So what this has done is given us a structure that we can go off of. We're going to adjust the structure, though, a little bit. But first, let's give it a title. So we'll call this the one-page funnel. And I'm going to go ahead and save this like this. Now, as we walk back to our flow, our kind of map we're going to follow here, we're going to go straight to that order page, straight to that checkout page. So you can see by default, it gives us a landing page. I'm going to go ahead and click the delete button here because we're going to go straight for the jugular. We're going to go straight for the checkout. All right, and we're going to go into the edit button on the checkout. And this is going to be where we're really doing some work. So the first thing you can do is you might want to update the title here. So we'll call this one page funnel, OPF. And we'll say one page product reveal. You give the title whatever you think is appropriate for what you're working with. And I'll make this a template for page builders. And I will make sure that my sidebar is off and my content is full width stretched. And I'll hit update here. Okay, so we're rocking and rolling. We're ready to start designing this guy. What I want to do is just grab this shortcode, Cartflows checkout, and I'm going to open up a notepad and just keep this guy handy off to the side here so I don't forget it when it's time to put it into the right place. Before I design my actual page, I want to go ahead and select the product. And so I'll come here to select product and I'll type in one page, and one page funnel should show up. And you can give it an optional coupon and things like that. We'll skip that for now, but you can do it to make it look even more enticing. And I'll say update. And one thing that I like that Cartflows has recently implemented is the ability to do a two-step checkout. So we're going to use the two-step checkout on this one because if we're going straight from traffic into this checkout page, I want to open up the ability to reach out to those customers if they don't finish their checkout. I want to be able to have a cart abandonment strategy that we can do in a later video. That's a little bit too much to do all in one video. But by having the two-step checkout, it really makes it easy for Cartflows to reach out to those customers if they leave you later on. Okay, so for a color, we'll leave this default for now. As we see what the design looks like, we might come back in here and adjust some settings a little bit along the way. Last thing we want to do here is go to our checkout fields. And because I'm using Cartflows Pro, I have the ability to customize what fields is being asked for along the process. So I'm going to pretend this is a digital product. I don't need a whole lot of address information. So I'll hide company name, country, street address. I'll hide everything I don't need just to make the checkout process easier. It's one thing you definitely want to do. You know, a phone might be useful depending on what it is you're selling, but we'll take phone off. We definitely want to keep our email address and some form of the name, whether it's first name and last name or just name. That's totally up to you. And I'm going to uncheck the enable ship to different address because we're not shipping anything. Okay, I'll go ahead and update this. As you can see down here, you also have the ability to create custom fields. If you have if you're meeting with clients and you're selling time with clients, you might ask a couple questions and have them fill it in during the checkout process. Totally up to you. All right, so let's go ahead and start designing this guy, and we'll follow through with our process. All right, I'll go ahead and hide my face just to make sure I don't get in the way of any control buttons you see as we're going through. And we have a whole lot of blank space here. You can see there's no styling done at all. The text goes straight into the top of the page. And as much styling as you want to, you can add in here. What I want to show you is a shortcut. If you don't want to use this template we're going to build, you can come right here to the cloud. And assuming you have an active membership with Thrive, which I think you totally should, it's a great builder, you can go through all these different sales pages by filtering by tag. And you can look for a video sales page, which is the most similar one to the one-page funnel. You can see the online course pops up. You can also go to sales page and video. And what you could do is get started with one of these guys. So here's a flat video sales page. Let's see. Let's find one we want to look at real quick and see how closely they mimic what we've already talked about. So let's just take this one here, a flat video sales page. We'll choose this template. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I got rid of my drawing, is I'll go ahead and kind of walk through what should be first according to the funnel template, the one-page funnel, and we'll see how this works with how Thrive does it. So they have their logo here. That's okay. That's kind of a throw-in. That's not additional, but the headline is really right up here. So this would be the headline: do more effortlessly, and then watch this video to discover how revolutionize the way you work. Okay, so that's definitely the headline is first. That matches. Check. Next thing is the sales video. You can see here we have a sales video directly from Thrive without having to do any customization. So check. We've got 2 out of the 5 already. Now here's where it gets a little bit out of order from what the one-page funnel tells you to do. It goes straight to the call to action button directly beneath the headline, or directly beneath the sales video. So this one is out of order, but it definitely, it makes sense why Thrive does it, but we want to stick to the Samcart formula here. So we'll say this one needs to be adjusted. The button should not be in that order there. Then underneath the video sales letter, we should have testimonials. And look, we already have customer testimonials. So we're very closely following the format here. Underneath the testimonials, we should have a product guarantee. And here you can see we have a guarantee above. So it's a little bit out of order, but that's okay. It's really just, it's all in there. It's not very bold, and it's a very generic guarantee here. So we're going to change that for sure. And then the call to action is the button here, but we're going to actually have the checkout form on the page itself. So we're going to make some changes to this. I'm thinking about starting from scratch and kind of building this out together because I feel like using a template is cheating a little bit. I don't want to cheat. But you can see Thrive is already very conversion focused. The templates they give you, it's very, very close. It's very spot on to what the Samcart methodology is teaching. So this is a great place to get started, and you don't have to follow the formula word for word. It'll work just like this as well. But let's go ahead and, because that's the purpose of this video, let's build out a page from scratch. So here we have no formatting, nothing going on here. We're going to go ahead and start with our headline. So first thing I want to do is let's pull a background section in here so we can give some formatting to the section itself. And this is what I always like to do if I'm starting from scratch, is put a background section in and decide how wide do I want this page to be. And so I'll set the content maximum width here. I think a nice kind of skinny will be nice. 1080 pixels width will be nice through here. And let's go ahead and give a little bit of a color to it to make it not so dark, just a little bit of a gray by going to the background style there. And I'll add this to my global colors in case I decide to change it later on. Okay, now on the section minimum height, let's just give it a little bit more height as we're working here. And I want to give it some padding on the top and the bottom, just so we have some breathing room as we're working. Alrighty, so here the typography is going to be set based on what my theme is. And I think if I look at what my Hind is my theme font, I like it. That'll work for me here. So I want to go ahead and give you a kind of sample headline we can use here. Let me think about that real quick. Alrighty, so I kind of put in a fictitious one, although client work is something that I'm very passionate about right now. So what we have is the new report reveals how to double your freelancing clients in 30 days without ever picking up the phone. So let's just add in some styling here. Let's bold that, and picking up the phone is a pain point for a lot of people who work in the freelance space. So we want to touch on that pain point. And let's also say double your freelancing clients. Let's bold that as well. Okay, and I want to add some color here as well. So let's pick out a brand color for this website here. And let's change this. Let's just kind of pick something at random here. I like the idea of a nice blue. Let's add that in, and we'll make that a global color as well. Global colors are great because if I ever decide that, hey, this color is just not working for me at all, I can change the global color itself and it'll adjust it everywhere I use it. I'll centerline that. And so this is a pretty big headline. It's making a big promise, doubling your freelancing clients in 30 days. and without ever picking up the phone, touches on it's how to get what you want without getting what you don't want. So it's touching on the pain and the pleasure there. What you can also do, what is very common and effective, is at the top you can put kind of like a subheadline. So let's just do like a, let's see here. Yeah, that's a good text here. We'll say attention freelancers. And let's look at our line height here, which is way too big. And we got some weird padding going on here. We'll just kind of make this easier for now. All right, so attention freelancers, and we can do like okay, attention freelancers, new report reveals. And so at this point, we don't really need to say double your freelancing clients if we're talking to freelancers. So here we go. So we have our headline, and this will be good to go. One last thing I want to do is let me look at some mobile responsiveness. See just how everything looks on each screen size. So here we got a little bit of a problem. Let's take this text here, just drag that up to the top. Easy peasy. And lastly, I want to make sure I have at least 10 pixels of padding on the phone and 20 pixels of padding on here on the tablet. Okay, so we got our first section here. Next one, let's go ahead and put a video in. And what I want to do is have the video overlap sections. I like that effect. So we're going to start the video below the background section. Let's add another background section in here. Okay, so we'll take this video and put it in this new section here. And again, let's make sure that our background section goes 1080 pixels. And let's add in that same padding, 20, 20, 10, 10. And I want to save this background section as a template, and we'll just call this blank section. This is something I always do on my websites, is figure out what formatting you want and save it as a template so you can always have a consistent look when you're pulling stuff in. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick a video so we have something to work with. Alrighty, so I've grabbed a video of mine from YouTube, and I'll paste the link right there. So here is the video. And what I want to do to create that overlapped style is, let me go and add some negative margin on the video here. And what I probably want to do I want the video to be this large? Yeah, I like a nice large video, but let's add some padding so there's more to overlap here. So you can see what we're doing. We're just kind of creating that space for the video to live. And so it works on both sections here. Now in this video, let's also give it a style. And Thrive gives you a ton of really good looking styles for your videos. Let's go with just a nice lifted. Let's do lifted style 3. So as you see, we've got just a good looking effect here. And now we have our sales video. And you'd want to put in a nicely tested, a nicely experimented video that you know converts really well. All right, so we've got that section there. We can go ahead and continue with our testimonials using the exact same background section. So to add in our testimonial, we'll go here to the plus button, and we could build this from scratch using content boxes and columns and all of that good stuff. But Thrive has our back here as well. And if we just type in testimonial in the search bar, you'll see they have an entire building block for testimonials. So we drag this in, you can kind of search through and decide you want 3 columns, 2 columns, 1 column, whatever works for you in that moment. We're going to go ahead and with this Lime customers setup here and pick that guy, and boom, now we've got a perfect spot for putting in 2 testimonials. But let's give our testimonial section a headline by going here and adding some text just to kind of show the viewer that we're going into a different section of the page. So we'll make this maybe an H2. Centerline it and say, thousands of customers can't be wrong, or something of that effect. You could say, listen to some of our success stories, all different ways of basically saying, hey, we're going into testimonials now. Give a little bit of padding and margin between the video and the testimonial section. And let me just bold this as well, just to show you have thousands of customers. And obviously use real testimonials, pick out some of your best clients. Don't just say, love the product, but also, what was the problem they had before they found your product and how did you help them solve it? All right, so far we're getting there. I mean, we're going through step by step and it's looking nice and clean as we're going. One thing I want to do is take this content box And I want to just make sure that I match the colors by going to the background style, and I'm going to use my light gray just so it matches nicely with what we've already done here. Again, on this one, make that our global color. And what's cool about this now is if I ever decide to change that color, it changes it everywhere, which is very nice. Okay, so the next thing on our formula is to have that product guarantee. So once again, I'll click the plus button, and because we all have limited time, we can go straight to the guarantee spot where we have a guarantee box right here. We'll just drag this below. Now here's where there's a ton of different options here. You have to figure out what makes sense for your product and how you want to kind of show it. As I'm looking through, I want to make sure we have enough room for some text. So I'm going to choose this classy number 2, and I'll show you why here. All right, so you can see there's not a lot of spacing or padding, so you want to make sure you really do let these things breathe. So we'll go to our layout and position of the testimonial, and let's add, oops, looks like I accidentally dragged the guarantee box into the testimonial box. So let's put this, move it here for now. Okay, let's go ahead and just move it to a new section. Why don't we? So I'll use my template, and I have that blank section we just created. So we have all of our padding already figured out for this guy, and I don't need that video there. Instead, I want to bring my guarantee box inside this box here. So what you can do here is, because this is, let's actually go and make this a little bit smaller, a little bit narrower. Maybe like 800 pixels, 790. That'll work. And we'll call this 110% money back guarantee. And I'll give you some starting point just to get some text to get started with. That's better, a little bit better than lorem ipsum. Alrighty, so just a little bit of content here. As I already see, I have a bit of a problem because I have this image that shows 100% money back guarantee, and I'm actually going to promise 110% money back guarantee. So let's go ahead and get rid of this guy, and now we actually have some more freedom. So we can change the color here. Instead of that red, let's use that bright blue, kind of make it on brand with everything else we're talking about here. And what I'm kind of giving you in this template here is 110% money back guarantee. So this is another way called a double risk reversal, where you fully stand behind your product and always will. If after 30 days, you kind of give them some conditions to actually take action on this. You say, I'll refund your entire amount plus 10%. Think of it as my way of thanking you for giving our product a try and for apologizing, honestly, for not getting the results. So, be careful how you use this, but it's a very powerful conversion mechanism to say, hey, there's actually a money-making opportunity, even if it doesn't work out. Okay, so we have our 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have everything else we need except for the call to action, the 5th section. So let's add one more final section here. And let's, let me add it for my template. So I don't want to mess around with all the layout and padding. So we'll do a blank section, add it to my page. Again, I don't need that video. And now we've got our formatting here. Now we're going to call in our checkout page by copying that Cartflows checkout shortcode and coming here, putting in some text. And I'm going, or actually, not text, sorry. Coming in here, putting in WordPress content and just pasting in that shortcode here, and I'll get rid of that text. Let's give it a headline so they know they're getting into the checkout process, and we'll just say, you're moments away from doubling your clients, simply fill out below to get started, and let's make this a big bold H2. And again, let's get some padding here. And what we can do is we can make this a gray section and make the checkout fields pop out with nice white. So let's use the gray. Let's add some padding to the bottom of this guy here as well. Centerline this headline. Let's just make sure that I go to my main options. And you can, with Thrive, it's very easy to adjust your text. I can make this all caps on the first letters. That'll work. And now I'm going to go ahead and save this and exit because I want to see how it looks on the front end. All right, so attention freelancers, new report reveals how to double your clients in 30 days without ever picking up the phone. Here's the video that's going to eventually sell them on the product you're offering. Thousands of customers can't be wrong, showing your testimonials. A rock solid money back guarantee here. and then the checkout process. You're moments away from doubling your clients. Simply fill out the form to get started. And again, I haven't done any customization on these pieces here, so we might do that in a moment. You can see it's asking first, last, and email, like what we asked for originally, and then the order notes. Okay, already I can see I need to do something with the styling here, so we'll do that together. And I want to take away that order notes because I wouldn't know what to say if I'm a customer. And then I switch over, it takes me to the purchase section. So this all looks really good. We're going to do a couple things. I want to make this a 2-column layout so that this very skinny order form doesn't look out of place. And then we'll need to go into the back end of the page and adjust these color settings a little bit. What I want to do to prepare for that is actually grab the hex code for the blue, because I'll go and make that the theme color for this page that we just kind of stumbled across together. Okay, so here we are. First thing I want to do is just grab the background style of that box, and I'll add this to my handy dandy notepad so I don't forget about it. And I want to make this a 2-column layout. With Thrive, it's very easy. I can just take the text I want on the left-hand side and drag it there, and it'll create that 2-column layout. Fill out. It's no longer the form below. We'll just take away that last bit. You're moments away from doubling your clients, and then it's asking you for your information. So that's good so far. Now let's go into the back side here to our checkout design. Let's add our primary color, that blue that we kind of worked with here. The default should work. We also noticed that it offered you an additional field, which is this guy here, so we'll uncheck that guy. And we'll go ahead and update and see what we look like so far. I'll open the page. And one thing you'll notice, it loads very quickly. Thrive and Cartflows does a great job of being kind of low work on your server here. All right, so simple page. Okay, so it looks like we're mostly there, right? We're getting there. We got the blue, but we need to adjust these color options to be the same blue. And it's taking away that additional field, so it's a very simple checkout process. Let's go ahead and find where all those different settings are here. So we'll go back into edit the step. And we're almost done here, guys. And now in the 2-step, we have a few different things here. So the text color, let's go ahead and make that the same blue. And the note, okay, so the text color we want to be white here. And the note background color we want to be that blue. And then I think that should do it for us. Sometimes as you're poking around, you just have to figure out where the right setting is for the particular funnel. Okay, so you can see we still need to figure out the 1 and the 2. So let's get there. 2-step. So one thing we can do to make this easy is really we don't need it to be called shipping and where to ship it. So let's adjust that label and instead call it contact info, because that's really what we're asking for. And then the next section should be, payment. We'll just call it billing, and we'll get rid of that. Okay, so we're mostly there. We have our titles look good. That we're going to adjust the colors in just a second. Let's first go and get that button color. Let's change that button color to a white. So we can come here to checkout design and then click on the advanced options and scroll down to the button. And the button text color should be white. And text hover color, let's make it just a little bit of a gray. And that'll be good to go. Okay, so with a few updates, we have our page here, our money back guarantee, and our checkout page. There's still a little bit of tweaking that needs to be done to get these colors done just right. I'll do that after the video is done recording. Obviously, just going through and finding the right setting for each one can take a little bit of time. But they go through, they check out, and now they can go through and put their credit card in and actually place that order directly on the first page they've ever seen. So that is the 1-page funnel. But like we said in the beginning of the video, let's do a little bit more. So the 1-page funnel could go directly to a checkout page like this. But I want to also give them the opportunity for an upsell. So we'll go back into our settings here, go back to our flow. We're happy with our checkout page. And now let's go ahead and add a new step by clicking this button here, and we'll add an upsell page. And we'll create that step. And we'll drag this guy right here. And let's just click a quick update. And we want to make sure we have a product to actually upsell with, right? So let's go into our products and add a new one. And we'll call this a one-page funnel upsell. And we'll just give this a price of maybe £97, $97, whatever the currency is you'd like to use, doesn't really matter. And then we'll go ahead and publish that product. Okay, good to go. We can just close that tab and go back to our flow here and go straight in to edit this upsell step. All right, so here is our step here. And the first thing we want to do is make sure we select our product. So we'll go back to one, and we want our one-page funnel upsell. Select that. You can give a 50% discount on it. And we'll go ahead and click the update button here. All right, and then you can change these titles as well, like we did. And to show you kind of the other way of doing this, I'll use a template from Thrive's cloud library just to save me some time and to show you both ways of kind of skinning the cat, I guess you'd say. Hate that expression. All right, so we'll go through and just find one here. Let's again look for a video tag. So we'll look for videos. And let's find one that looks kind of similar to what we've already created, so we don't have too much work to undo. And I'm scrolling through here. And let's go with something like this. This is pretty clean, pretty easy. We'll choose that template. And now we have this page loaded, good to go. What we can do here is let's just make it look like an upsell page. So we'll say, congratulations, please customize your order. I like this tactic. I shouldn't share this with you guys, but I love this tactic. If you say like customize your order at the end of it, you're not lying, because if you take the upsell, you are customizing that order. But it also kind of makes them like, huh, there's more? I thought I just checked out. So if you want people to stick around and actually listen to your upsell video, I like that little headline there. So that's a $1 million tip right there for you. All right, and then for the text here, let's take this padding away. So, all right, please customize your order, ... And then watch the video below to see a traffic doubling case study. Let's just go and take this away because we just want them to listen to this. And now this is where you put a different video, obviously. Let me change the video out from what's here. Okay, so this is where you would put a different product of yours. You'd put a different sales letter to try to sell them on the different product. And I want to also show you those global colors, which are so nice. So instead of having that blue, which is a little bit different than what we chose, let's go ahead and keep this on brand by keeping it to that blue. And then we'll switch over to the hover state, and boom, we've got that guy as well. Good. So now we've got, let's even remove this. We don't need, obviously we already have their credit card information. We don't need to show them that once again we accept credit cards. What we can do is say here, no thanks. I don't like making more clients or getting more clients. And what you want to say here, let's do a couple things real fast. Okay, so let's make this text. We should keep our legal information, so that looks good there. This text is actually going to be a link. So I want to take this and create a link. And the link we want here is the no offer. If they don't want to take the offer, we want to put that URL as the place that this goes to, and open it in the same tab. Insert that link. Okay, good. And then this button here is going to go to the upsell offer. So we'll take that yes link and make that the link to the button. Very good. What we also want to do, just to cover our own rears, our own derrieres, is we want to show them that, hey, if you click this, you will be charged another $48. It's good to show them that because you don't want to get those refunds. Let's just click on the button and add a secondary text, and we'll say, click, we'll add $48.50 to your order. Something of that nature. And we can also add an icon, and man, look at that. We'll keep the credit card, that looks good. Put it on the right hand side. And we can also, we should be able to change this link text here to the blue, which as I do that, I don't like it at all. Let's just go ahead and unlink it and just make it a light gray text. that, some people say that's a little bit sneaky. So you can make it as visible, as large as you want to, but the smaller it is and the harder it is to see, the less people are going to click on it. Let's just call it like it is. Okay, so now we have our upsell page. Very simple, just straight to the point. Watch the video, consume the video. Let's make the video the same style, which is that lifted style 3. So now we can save and exit this. And doing these in Cartflows is so simple, I don't even need to test it. So we'll go back to our page here and just update once for good measure. And we'll go back to our flow and let's finally customize our thank you page. And I'll take this short code, add it to my notepad. And then thank you design, you can customize all this, but let's just go ahead and add everything here so they can see what they got. You can also add custom scripts for your pixel tracking. And let's go ahead and launch into Thrive Architect one last time here. And we'll walk through this flow together. So let's go one more template. Let's use the same set, elementary, and we'll use the download page or thank you page, kind of works. Assuming we don't really talk about what we're selling here, but assuming we're selling some sort of a report or an ebook, so a download page will be nice. Take this away. Go to our layouts. We'll just say thank you for your purchase below to get started. And we'll leave this image here, and you can have the download link go to wherever you want it to go, obviously for your product. And you can give them, that's kind of nice, a free unannounced bonus. But what I'll do instead is let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. So we have this column. Let's go ahead and put in our WordPress content and put that shortcode here to give them all the details of their order if they want it. So we'll say Cartflow order details. It's probably going to give us a problem right now, which is okay. Let's just add some text and say, let's make it like an H3 center. Here are all your order details. And let's go to the background section, typography, and make this white. And let's also make it all caps like that. So now they'll be able to see. Let's go into this column as well. No, this should be fine. Let's see how this looks real quick, and we'll save and exit. Curious how the dark background is going to look. Okay, great. Because I changed the text on the background section, all my text in this area is going to be white, so that'll look very nice. Okay, so that's how quickly we can set up in just under an hour, explaining the concept of a one-page funnel and creating it step by step, including kind of an extra little bonus of having an upsell in there. So let's run through this together. We'll go back to edit the flow, and we can just click on this in an incognito window. That's how I like to test things. And now here's our page. You can see we have our headline, our video, our testimonials, our money back guarantee, and our checkout process. Again, look past this a little bit. I need to just kind of tweak that a little bit. So we'll put in John Incomesh, and we'll go ahead and get the goods. So let's walk through this. I did integrate my Stripe account here before the video, so we can run through this and see how it all is going to play out. And now I can place the order. Isn't that an easy checkout process? It doesn't get much easier than that. All right, so congratulations. Please customize your order. They're like, oh, there's more. Okay, so they're going to be curious what the customization options are. So they'll watch this video. And then if they decide they want to take it, they'll click this button. If they don't, they'll click that button. If they do take it here, it'll process it, add that to their order that's already in existence, add it successfully, and then thank you for your purchase. So this is going to be the same thank you page they get regardless of whether they took the upsell or not. So, okay, not a huge fan of how all that looks. So we might need to, I'll make some adjustments after the video plays. But essentially, you want to make sure you show that they got the original product and the upsell on their thank you page. That just is going to avoid some questions you might get otherwise. And then you can link to the product itself, but also you want to instruct them maybe through an email sequence after they purchase, how they can access all of their stuff, how they can get to their account and their dashboard to find all their order history. All right, I'll go ahead and cut this off at this point, and make these small tweaks to small styling things, which really is not that big of a deal. So I hope this was helpful. This was a full walkthrough of building out a very popular funnel formula, the one-page funnel that, again, was made popular by Brian Moran of Samcart. And just because that's the software that it was kind of originated from, and that's kind of created that that inspiration for Samcart, you can do the same thing, because ultimately it's just a selling process. It's how you walk through that sales page and build it out section by section, what order to put it in, and all that good stuff. You can do that inside Cartflows using WordPress, your favorite page builder, and the free WooCommerce e-commerce platform, with Cartflows doing all the heavy lifting of the sales funnel platform. If you want to get a copy of this for free, you can head over to incomemesh.com/free one-page funnel. There's gonna be a link in the description below, so you know how to spell that, because I might forget it myself. And I'm gonna set that up for a free download. Just put your email address in and I'll shoot it over to you, as well as instructions on how to set it all up inside of your own WordPress website. I hope this is helpful. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.